Alright, so speaking of having a do-it-all vehicle, we have a roof rack system here by Mishimoto. I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to check them out. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing and see what we got. So this system was sent to me by them, so we're going to see what exactly it includes. And I'll give you guys a close-up of that in just a minute as soon as I unpackage them. Alright, so here are the contents. We have the front and rear one. I know that because they have little stickers here that say front and rear, just so you don't get messed up. It even tells you over here that this side faces front, so that's pretty helpful. Because I've never installed anything like this, so I know that I'd probably mess it up. And it also comes with an instructions guide together with some Allen key wrenches in order to tighten everything down. So this should be a pretty quick install. I'll give you guys a quick view of the install guide just in case you want to see how it's installed. So we're going to start with the front side first, and just to make life a little bit easier depending on if it can actually reach in there, there are some tougher to reach spots. We have our Milwaukee tool here with the 4mm Allen key socket. So we'll see how this works. So we're going to start lining things up first, and according to our guideline, like we said, this side faces front, so we're going to turn it this way. So according to the guide, we have our top bolt right over here, so we're going to go ahead and loosen it. We're not going to remove it, so we're just going to go ahead and loosen it just a little bit. Alright, so we got it pretty loose, and this should be able to swivel now 180 degrees, just like that. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Alright, perfect. This should swivel as well. Oop. Lost the little rubber piece that goes in here. Don't want to lose that. So now that these little bottom pieces have swiveled 180 degrees, we can go ahead and fit it on to where we need it to be on the stock crossbar section. Make sure that the lettering over here on the sides that says Izzy Auto is facing upward. So we're going to go ahead and pull it up a little bit, just so that it reaches the edges over here and it looks flush with the rest of the car. I'm gonna go on the other side too, just to double check that. Yeah, so that's actually pretty good right there. Just gonna press this down, perfect, good. So now we got the little rubber seal piece kind of seated the way it should be, so we should be able to rotate this back now. Let's see which way is easier. I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen up this top bolt a little bit more, so we can get more wiggle room. There we go. And it just snapped into place. Very nice. Now I believe we can just tighten it down. Let me go ahead and swivel that other side too. Alright, there it is. So we should be ready to tighten everything down. Alright, we're looking good there. Just going to go ahead and hand tighten it a little bit now with the tool. Just to get a little bit more. There we go. About 1/8 of a turn there, just to snug it down. And on this side as well. Right there. Perfect. So let's give it a quick tug. Yeah, these feel pretty solid. Not bad. Alright, let's move on to the back side. Alright, here we are at the rear of the car, which is pretty much the same idea. You know what? I think I have to step on my seat here, so I'm going to go ahead and take off one shoe. Yeah, that works a lot better. So one thing to note, so you don't have to deal with the little rubber piece coming out, go ahead and hold it as you swivel it, because before I took it out, so I just don't want it to fall out this time. So go ahead and do that. Line it up to where you want it. Press it down. And that looks pretty level with where I want it to be. So we'll keep that there. On to the other side again. Alright, looks pretty lined up. I think that side slipped off a little bit. Let's go ahead and make our necessary adjustments. Okay, here we go. So here's one thing that I did wrong. So with the front, I didn't put it exactly where the guide told me to put it. It actually told me to put the front one 6 inches further back, but this one actually was fine. Like lengthwise, it reached. but I guess the rear is a little bit different. Maybe it kind of slopes in a little bit more and starts to get a little bit more narrow. So right now it's not fitting. So according to the instructions, it said that you have to put it about 4 inches further back. So let's go ahead and make that adjustment. Always good to read the instructions, or else this kind of stuff happens. Okay, so attempt number 2. Let's go ahead and measure out roughly about 4 inches. Let's say right about here. So let's try that. All right, I think we've made the necessary adjustments. So we went ahead and swung both arms over, and now it looks like they're sitting properly. So we're going to go ahead and tighten them down slowly. You can go ahead and follow the instructions to a T, where the front ones, you keep this 6 inches back. Mine fit the way it was. I like the spacing. I'm going to keep it that way. You can do it however, which way you prefer. Okay, let's give it another quick tug around. Looks pretty good. They're both feeling pretty solid. Now I'm just going to go ahead and remove the little stickers that are on top here that says which side is front. All right, we got them off. All right, guys, that was a pretty quick install. It's looking pretty damn good, and it's feeling pretty sturdy. The build quality looks pretty good. So let me give you guys a quick look at how everything looks. All right, guys, so here is how the roof bars look from a front view. Sitting pretty nicely there. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a walk around. So let's take a look. So even though the company that sent me these roof bars is called Mishimoto, the brand is actually Issei Auto. So I just wanted to keep you guys informed about that. So pretty high quality. So this is what I was talking about, the little rubber pieces. So these little rubber pieces that go on the inside, they just have to kind of mount on the inside of this plastic. They kind of pop into place. So once those are mounted, you can go ahead and tighten everything down. So again, according to the instructions, they state that they want this bar to be about 6 inches from here, from the start of that little line right there. So it should be about here, but it actually fit, and it's really up to preference, I guess. And I guess it's also about what you're mounting to the top of the car. So this works out pretty well for me over there. You can see a top view as well. And this one, we actually did have to follow the guide. So over here it says about a 4-inch gap. So we did go ahead and leave that gap. So yeah, so pretty much that's how it's supposed to be. So it looks pretty nice to me. I've never been into this kind of stuff. I never really been like the outdoorsy type to go ahead and mount something onto the top of the car, or maybe not even if you're the outdoorsy type. Maybe if you just need to haul some stuff around and you want your SUV to be able to do that, now you do have that option with these roof bars. And one more view here from the back, looking pretty nice. So again, guys, I went ahead and mounted these roof bars because I do plan on doing some more long distance driving with this car. Now that the engine is finally fully built, it should be able to take a little bit more of a beating. We're just waiting for the transmission to pretty much blow up, but hopefully that's not anytime soon. So hopefully you guys will be seeing some more road trips with this car, and it's definitely better equipped now with these roof bars. Again, guys, go ahead and check the link in the description for where to buy this product. Also, the install time took about, I don't know, I want to say 20 minutes, other than setting up the camera and the whole filming process. It took about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less. Again, guys, feel free to check out the Patreon. The link is also in the description, and my Big Cartel website. That is where we created some merchandise. So far, we only have keychains, but keychains first, and then maybe some stickers, and then hopefully in the future some apparel. So if you guys are interested in either supporting the Patreon or buying some of my merch, both those links are down in the description. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.